What's Wings doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, is someone paid?
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Pure Fred, and today I am bringing you a lengthy but very detailed video, and I want this to be your go-to video for everything modded car explained. This is going to be called Modded Cars Taken Apart. Modded Cars Described. Every single part about a modded car I will be describing today in this video. I'll be splitting it into a couple sections. First will be extra or missing car body parts. What is a missing extra body part? This car has no roof. This car has two roofs. The other section will be paints. Then will follow interior. Then will follow wheels, tires, horns, plates, headlights, and underglows. And then finally with windows. Quick edit, I'm also going to be including liveries at the very end, so you guys can skip to that also. I'll put timestamps in the description. You can skip to whatever you want. If you want to learn everything, go ahead and watch the whole video. Now, before we get started, all of you creators and all of you super special secret people who know GTA better than anyone, I don't know what it is with GTA and fighting about who knows more, but get off my video and go back on Instagram and leave comments there. I don't care how well you make cars. I don't care how much you know about GTA. I don't care about what you know about a video game, dude. Anyway, let's get into the video. Just want to leave that disclaimer because I don't want you guys in my comments. Ridiculous. Let's start off with modded car body parts. Now, what is a modded car body part? Every car has body parts. Doors, fenders, roofs, hoods. A car is built from parts. In GTA, some cars can have either too many parts or have too least or not enough parts where they will be hidden. The example I'll use in this video is the Coquette Classic. This is an old school car, and the big thing about this car is that if you do a glitch, a merge glitch, you can make the rear disappear completely. It loses its roof completely. Taking it into the mod shop, you can see that, yes, half the car is missing. If you go to roof, you will see that there is either the stock roof option or there is the no roof option. Now, when I'm going to go to the other car, I'm going to show you how there's two roofs in this car. Keep in mind, do you see those black rectangles near the white stripes? Keep your eyes on those two rectangles because when you select stock roof, those rectangles disappear. So those rectangles can only be on a car that has no roof or not. This car has literally no back at all. This is a car that has a missing body part. Let me show you the car that has an extra or too many or even overlapping body parts like this one. Look closely. Do you see that black rectangle peeking out right there? Like I said, it can only be in a car that has the stock roof, but also this car has the no roof option. It has the rectangles with the no roof, and then it has this top part with the stock roof. Let me show you a closer look. When you go to roof, you will see that the no roof or the no roof option disappears when I hover over stock roof. It's either this or this. But with our car, they're mixed together. This car now has two roofs selected at once. It doesn't look like it, but it actually has two roofs. As you can see, no roof, stock roof. Together, they combine to a double roof. This is a more uncommon car, so you might have never seen this one. But there are cars like the Panto, which you can even have invisible parts. There are cars like the Sadler, the truck that can have multiple top parts. These are all used and can be done with merges. That's the first part about modded cars, is the actual body parts of the cars. Now we're moving on to paints. This is huge. If you guys watch my video, the last time I made a video describing paints, not making them, but describing paints was a year ago. I admit I was wrong. I left it in the comments and I cut pieces out of the video. This is going to be the more clear explanation. This is going to be a very lengthy explanation too. Let's start off with, this is not going to be your every single detail, this is going to be the modded car paints. Let's start off with a basic type of paint. When you look at this car, you see that it has a metal base with a crew color on top of it and an in-game blue pearl. When referred to in-game, when I refer to in-game, this does not mean LSC. I would refer to LSC as that. This is everything that's in the game when it's not crew. Everything that's not crew is in-game. For this video, everything that's not crew is in-game. I don't care what you know. I don't care what you characterize as in-game. For this video, everything in-game is everything that's not using crew color. This is using crew color, so this is not an in-game color. The secondary color, being Secret Gold, is a different story. For modded cars, just because your color is unselected, that does not mean that it's actually modded. There can be different types of crew colors on different types of bases. Let me show you. This car uses a matte base with a light blue type of, whatever you want to call this blue, on top of it. It's a crew RGB on top of a matte base. You must kind of already know colors to be watching this video, otherwise it's going to be a little too much for you. There are multiple selections. There's metal, metallic, matte, crew, classic, and, well, I don't even want to mention it, but yes, there's chrome. The ones that we want to focus on are classic, matte, metallic, and metals. Outside of LSC, there are also worn colors. Every single thing I mentioned can have, can have a crew color on top of it. Every texture in the game can have a crew color on top of it. As far as I'm aware for new gen, Chameleon, as of now, can't have a crew color on top of it. If it starts and people have found out how to put crew color on top of it, you won't even hear this. I'll cut this part out completely. Every texture in the game can have a crew color on top of it. I used to mention that Warrants could not. I was corrected. They can. Every texture in this game can have a crew color on top of it. Whether that be the classics, whether that be, well, this is two different types of textures you're seeing here, between Anarchite and Graphite. Between mattes can have crew color. This is a crew color. Metallic textures can have crew colors on top of them. Metal textures, you name it. If you want, you can do chrome too, but I don't like that stuff. Most people don't. Crew colors can be on any texture in this game. Now, that makes your color a crew color matte, crew color metal, crew color whatever. In the game, there are also colors that are not LSC. There are warns, but then there's more than just that. Welcome to the Vehicle Spawn Colors website. You should already have been using this. If not, let's get to a quick lesson. Head over to GTA 5 color and texture data. Keep in mind this website can update at any point, so as of today, this is how it's going to look. Every single one of these colors is in the game, period. Every single one of these colors is in GTA 5. Hence this list. This is a list from all the from all the files in the game, extracted, put into a list. Can you apply all the colors up to you? Can you apply all the colors to cars? That's up to you. Every single one of these could be on a car. If somebody finds out that I'm wrong, comment and look at the pinned comments. Always check pinned comments. Every single one of these colors is in the game. Now, if you go to texture name and you see the colors that say worn under texture name, these colors are not in Los Santos Customs, cannot be selected in Los Santos Customs, can only be found from various places in the game. The rusty cars, usually in GTA 5, have worn paints on them. There are also different types of colors. Not just worn that you can't find, but there's actually even classic / metallics. Yes, but hold on, there's already classic, there's already metallic in this game. Yes, but these are non-LSC colors. As in, green bright is a non-LSC color. It looks like it's a crew color, but it's just an in-game color that's just not on / in LSC. You cannot select a color. Green bright, I have Epsilon, the actual Epsilon blue. Same story, cannot be selected in LSC. Let me show you some examples of this. On these two cars, I have 3 cars. I have Secret Gold, the yellow. This one has green bright. And this one, this white, is actually pure white. The real pure white. Not pure Fred, don't confuse me. Pure white, if you go down here, this is the actual pure white. You will notice that it says no. What does no mean? Color cannot be bought at all. It can only be acquired from in-game, as in finding it on the street, as in using director mode online or single player to multiplayer, whatever you want to call it. On PlayStation, you can do a car through a PlayStation 4. You can mod a car on your computer then transfer the story mode save file onto your PlayStation, and then get them online. Different topic completely. This way you can get Epsilon Blues. This is also in the game. Again, this is in the game. Everything here that says no is in the game. It's not an LSC. Pure white is that white color. Champagne, metallic champagne, cannot be bought in LSC. Another street color. You have to get it off of a street car. I'll be showing you 3 colors right now. Green bright, Epsilon blue, and then the secret gold. Green bright is the green. The white is pure white, and the yellow is secret gold. The gold is secret gold. Now, the blue in this car is a crew color, with whatever base they wanted to use. This is a crew color. The green is an in-game color. The blue is a crew color. No cars in this game can have 2 different crew colors. It's just not possible. Rockstar does not allow it. Take it up with them. The blue on this is also a crew color. The white is an in-game color, and the crew color is the blue. The purple is a crew color, and the secret gold is the in-game color. Now, how can you check if this is an actual secret gold, actual pure white, actual green bright, an actual in-game color that just comes up unselected in LSC? It's very simple. Step 1, get a crew color. Step 2, if the secret gold is on primary, so my secret gold is on secondary, go to the other color, which is primary for this car, and apply crew. If secret gold stays, if whatever color you're testing stays, it is an in-game color. It is not a crew color. It is a legitimate whatever color it is. This is a real secret gold. Secondary, though, if you change the secret gold and that purple changes, that means the purple is a crew color. So if we did in the beginning, if I applied crew to purple and the yellow actually changed, that means the yellow was not an in-game color. It was just a fake crew color. I'm going to test this with the 2 other cars. Same for this Dubachi. You can even see that the blue actually has a metal texture under it. Just to check with you guys, secondary, when we change the white, the whole car changes. That blue goes away because the blue was a crew color. Okay, change the blue color. You see how that white stays? That's your in-game color. That's not a crew color. This is your pure white. No, pure Fred. That's ice white. Ice white. I'm gonna press B. It changes. Oh, what about classic? Okay, ice white. I'm going to press B. It changes. This is pure white. Let me do this one more time with my bright green, or technically called green bright color. So as you can see, the blue is the crew color. How do we know? When we change the green to a crew color, the blue goes bye-bye. When we change the blue to a crew color, the green stays. The green, even though it looks like a crew color because you've never seen this is actually just an in-game color. Not in LSC, you have to find this outside. If you can't find it on the street, director mode online glitches only. That's if you can't find it on the street. That green is an in-game color. So now you know that there are in-game colors that look like they're crew colors, but they're really just non-LSC, uncommon in-game colors. The green, the white, and the gold over there. Those are your paints. There are cars that are non-LSC and they have a completely separate texture called worn. This is a worn yellow. This is not matte. They have 2 different textures completely. Sure, they might look the same, but they are completely different. And yes, it can get a crew color on top of it and maintain its worn texture. Absolutely. How can I... this looks like matte yellow. This isn't really worn. Okay. Let's go to matte yellow. Matte yellow. Look at it. I'm going to press B. See how it changed? Oh, that could be the pearlescent. I'm going to go to the side where you can't see the pearlescent. Yellow. I'm going to press B. Changes completely. That is your... See how it's not changing either? See how that's not changing? Because I applied crew to the secondary? In-game worn. Vice versa. Apply crew here. That in-game worn doesn't change either. This is a 2-tone worn. There's a lot to paint. There's a lot to paint. The last thing to cover are the pearlescents. Pearlescents, again, are all in games. Now, you know that there are unselected in-game colors too. Not these 3 that I mentioned, but with a specific slot, you can unselect any in-game color, like a classic white, as in any color from LSC. If you use a specific slot, it will look as it's unselected. It'll be on the car, but when you go and hover over it, it's unselected. How do things become unselected for paint? Why is it paints only? Why can't we unselect wheel colors? Why can't we unselect specific things? Simply because of the crew. When you do an unselect part, console 1 hover over the color you want unselected, console 2 does crew, console 1 selects said color. When you come back, it's not crew, it's actually just the color that you just hovered over at C1. It's that matte white. It's the whatever color you used, it's become unselected now. Why? Because crew is an outside of the game factor. I'm not a programmer, I don't know the code. It is because the crew is an outside of the game factor. If the wheels had a crew color, you could unselect in-game wheels. If anything else had a factor that's crew, that's outside of the game, that can be changed by just closing the game, switching the color, and coming back, that corrupts the save, and that makes colors come up as unselected. Same if, like I said, if anything had a crew color, if anything had a selectable option that's from outside the game, not iFruit, but from outside the game, it would be you can make them unselected. That's how we make unselected in-game colors. Not those three. Those you need to find. More like the matte whites you want to make unselected, or you want an in-game LSC unselected color. You need a crew color for that, as it's an outside of the game option. Laying back here, I have also Epsilon Blue. This is real Epsilon Blue on the car's paint. Crew color is purple. This is Epsilon. Pearlescence. There is a limited amount of pearlescence in this game. They are not the same as paints. There is not hundreds of them. There is a lot, but there is not hundreds. You need to use the list that I was providing earlier from the website. There is not a specific selection where a list for specific pearlescence. You could use pearls here, but it's a little bit different. If you go to LSC combos, you will see multiple pearlescence. I'll tell you this right away. Any one of them that is a pearlescent that's worn something 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 will always be an unselected. You name it. Let's find some more. Worn gold and red, worn blue silver, whatever. All of them will be unselected. Matte yellow also is unselected. For pearlescence, you would need to find them in game and then transfer them onto a card using a slot. Different video, different topic, but they are a little bit different than the paints. They're not as common. There's not so many. That's pretty much it for paints. That's pretty much everything for the modded paints. So you guys can understand what you're going to be looking at. Moving on to interior. Interior is a tricky subject. Since I'm on Xbox, there's not that many. Interior, what is interior? It is a color that's on the interior of the car. For example, this blue. This, I don't know, darkish blue is an in-game unselected interior. As this video is going to be uploaded around this time, Rockstar has already enabled the ability to transfer PlayStation accounts to Xbox. PlayStation accounts, what does this mean? PlayStation accounts had the ability to use Save Editor and then bring cars from the computer onto online. They were able to select or make more, not make, but as in select in-game interiors on their cars. Fluorescent blue, pinks, reds, tans, green, oranges, cars that are very uncommon on Xbox's side. They're coming on now, but they are uncommon. Again, these are all in games. Not made with crew colors, not made to your own likings. These are all in games. Just because you can't find them in the game, or you can't buy them, does not mean they don't exist. You need to use the glitches like Save Editor, DMO, Director Mode Online. Let's take a look at my trim color here. You see how it is unselected? This is because this trim color is an unselected in-game color. Oh, well, maybe it's just some dark blue that's glitched. Here's surf blue. Different color. Completely different color. I don't know the names for every single interior color, but there are in-game colors, just like they are with pearls. They're all in games. You just need to find them. For interiors, you'll find more of them from PlayStation because they have the modding, the PC modding thing on PlayStation 4, the DMO Save Editor. That's pretty much it for the trims. They're pretty simple. They're just either in games or brought from DM to online. That's that for the interiors, pretty much. Now, the fun part, wheels. Wheel color, everything wheel. Now, every car in here has a different wheel color. Most of them have different wheel colors. These are all in-game unselected colors. Secret gold, police car, or police blue, whatever you want to call it. This red, this blue, epsilon colored blue, secret gold. I don't know the color off the top of my head. A brown color, Professor Pink, pure white, secret gold again. You can make wheel colors unselected. No, you can't. Don't listen to them. Wheel colors are all in games. Again, they are all found in the game, then brought over to a different car, whatever you want, like paints. This wheel color is Professor Pink. Find it however you find it. You might need to use DMO. You might need to find it on a street car. Find it. You have an unselected in-game wheel color. There are a lot of them. These are a lot of wheel colors. Not all of these, a lot of these are just LSCs, and they can be bought, so you can't really rely off of this. These are just the in-game wheel colors. The GTA colors, though, are different. A lot of these colors, if not all, are also on wheel colors. For example, Professor Pink is this pink that you see in front of you. This is Professor Pink. This is only the color in the GTA brought onto a wheel color. This is an unselected Professor Pink. You can go on for days. How do you check if it's a modded wheel color? Just check if it's selected or not. That's all you have to do. This is pure white, secret gold. It goes on and on. All in-game colors, need to find them, then do whatever you want to do to get them on cars. All found inside the game. Wheel types. Now, there are two, maybe you can say three, but there's mainly two different wheel types. Three, pretty much, if you're going to include, there's classic wheels, which are all the LSC normal wheels that you can buy. Then there are Benny's wheels, which are only, I'm speaking technically, these are only to be bought, can be bought on cars that are Benny's cars, as in the Professor Comet Retro Custom. Only that can buy these wheels, or whatever Benny's car. And then there are the F1 wheels that belong only on F1 cars. As you can tell, they have been merged onto cars that can't obtain them. This is a basic LSC street wheel. I believe that is street. That can be bought, no problem. This is an F1 wheel. You need to get this onto an F1 car, then from an F1 car, merge it onto a normal car. You have a unselected wheel type. Same with Benny's. You would merge this onto any car like this. Oh no, this one could take them. Merge this Benny's car onto a Futo, for example, and here you already go. This already has Benny's wheels on it. Wheel types can also be modded. You can have either Benny's or F1s in your car, and they are technically modded. Now, tires. Tires are very simple also. There's only two things that can really be done with tires. There is the tire type, the tire enhancements, whichever one you want to call it, tire type, wheel enhancements, whatever. Tire enhancements. Now, mine is unselected. Before, like last year, before bulletproof tires were actually you could actually buy them, but you could never go back to non-bulletproof tires. Once you bought bulletproof tires, that's it. They're bulletproof tires, end of the game. You can't unselect them unless you use iFruit, Magic Slot, whatever. But now you can select both of them. But when that update came out where you can select bulletproof tires, they also added low grips. As much as I hate them, a lot of people like them. What are low grips? The name speaks for itself. It's tires that have low grip. Look. As you can tell, this wheel has low grip. I can barely drive. Every time I take a turn, I'm like a drunk man driving on New Year's Eve. And oh my god, we made it back. Now, how do you know if your low grip, if you don't know that your low grip car has them, and you must check, go to tire enhancements. They'll be unselected, just like you'll see right now. Wheel tire enhancements. Nothing is there, and you can even see where it says traction. You see how it says once you select standard or bulletproof, it goes up. That's because you have low grips on your car right now. I hate them. Some people like them. Last thing is tire smoke. If you see that as unselected, that means that it has a crew color smoke on it. If you notice when I was trying to drive this car, the crew color was changing. That's because it has the Patriot crew color on it always. Well, how do I get Patriot crew color? Or how do I get 4th of July? Or how do I get red, white, and blue crew color, tire smoke? On the week of Independence Day, on the week of 4th of July, the horns and the wheel tire smoke comes out and you can buy them. You can get them normally by making your crew color pure black. Just Google it. You can make your crew color pure black, and by buying crew smoke, you will make your car a Patriot smoke. That's it for the tires. They can either have modded crew color smoke, or the enhancement can have low grips on your car. That's it. Moving on to horns. Horns are also pretty simple. In the modded cars, you will mainly see two different types of horns. The Halloween horn and the 4th of July horn. Now, when you go over to horns, you can go to loop and you can see that this car has the Halloween horn. Now, Halloween horns, how do you get them? On the week of Halloween, buy both of them, you will have them forever. You can put them on cars, and you can count them as modded because some people don't have them. Then there's also the 4th of July horns, where there's 4 of them, and they can only be bought on the 4th of July week, and you cannot select them as Halloweens. Halloweens, once you buy them, you keep them forever. 4th of July, you cannot select them always forever. On the cars that you bought them, you could be able to change them, but that car needs to already own it beforehand. So on this car, you will hear the 4th of July horn. That is the other modded horn. There are in-game, sometimes you will have the chance of getting an in-game horn that is actually unselected, like a normal Los Santos Customs horn, and it will be unselected. Like one of the musical ones, you might actually get unselected. On this one, as you see everywhere I go, I don't have the option to buy it. This is probably because it was merged. Some cars you will have the chance, if you went and bought it on that car, you could be able to change between the 4 of them at any time of the year. Horns are hit or miss, but they're mainly Halloween horn and the 4th of July horn, which you just heard. Moving on to plates. Plates. You creators love them because you can put your name on a video game car. Nothing beats a plate, right? Now, Yankton plate. There's only one type of modded plate, and it is the Yankton plate. That's it. Nothing to go off of it. How do we get a Yankton plate? If you can still use iFruit, any car that does not have the plate option, as in the Vader, as in the Guardian, as in the one of the either the Rat Truck or the Rat Loader, I forget. If you go to that car and you go to LSC and you see that there's no plate option, like you can't even change the type of plate, that car will be able to take a Yankton plate through iFruit. That's how you get a Yankton plate from scratch. The second part about modded plates are the text. The text. Oh boy. The text is iFruit only. I have multiple of these. I have 22 of these plates. You can make them yourself on iFruit. If you lost them, somebody's been duping. Bad boy. Anyway, plates, the text on them is rarely modded. A lot of them will actually have bypassed words. Profane words. I'm not going to say them. I don't want to get booted off YouTube. Profane words. Those are more modded because you can't get them whatsoever. Blank plates you can still get using iFruit. All you gotta do is put an unselected or incorrect, like a question mark or like a slash, and you can get a blank license plate. I have a video on iFruit emulator. Go to my channel, find the video, learn everything about license plates right there and then. That's it for license plates. Yankton and the text are the only two things that's modded about them. Moving on to headlights and neon underglow kits. Headlights, there's 2 of them. There's stock and xenon, and then there are the colored headlights. I can't show you it here, but the colored headlights, you need to go to the arena and you can select, there's about, I want to say 9 different colors of headlights. You can select them in the arena workshop, but when you go anywhere else that's not arena, and you go to headlights, it won't show up because the colors are only in arena. That's how you can make your car modded. That's how you can make the headlights modded. I'm doing quotation marks because it'll just be unselected. You can't get crew on headlights. It's only those 9 colors. So go take any car to Arena Workshop, headlights, choose a color, you're good to go. Neon kits, a little bit different. They have the colors already, but they have a crew option. Once I select crew on this car, give it to somebody else, it'll come up as an unselected. It'll actually come up as a selected white, but when you press B, you will see the crew color appear in the car. That's how the neon color works. That's it for the lights. Very simple. Last thing are windows. Again, only two things. Either clear windows or green windows. As you can see, this car has green windows. It is a slight green tint to it. How do you check? Go to your LSC, go to any mod shop, and go to the windows, and they'll come up as an unselected. They won't be any of the four options, they'll be an unselected window color. Check it. Windows, see how it's none of these options? Let me go into first person and look what happens when I press B. It gets a green tint to it. Hence the name green tints, green windows, whatever you want to call it. And then there are clears, crystal clears, invisibles, whatever you want to call them. They are windows that are literally more see-through than a basic window. You can barely notice it, but you know it's more easier to see because it's unselected. And if it's not green, it's clear. Check it here. Windows, you see how it's not none? It's not none of these, but it's not green. Now you have to look very closely. Look at my rear windows. I'm hovering over none. I'm going to press B. You're going to see a very, very slight change. The seats. The seats go from a kind of light dark gray to a complete black because the windows, when you're hovering over none, they have a very, very slight tint to them. Here is it in first person, none. You can't even notice it on the windshield. But the rear windows, you can notice them changing. The none almost has a very, very light, almost even green color to it. Not green tints, but it's very, very light. You can see it changing. None clears. None clears. That is that. I'm going to explain one more thing, and that is liveries. Liveries are pretty simple, but I should show you the list and how it works. This is the list you guys will use. I will link it again, same with this, and I'll show you guys everything about how this works. Okay, to start it off, there are two sets of cars. There's set 1, set 2, and then limited editions. What you want to do is you want to find the car that you have. For this video, I'll be using a Revolter, and you want to see that which set it's in. Set 1 and set 2, Revolter is set 1. That means we're going to be sticking to a left one. The green ones are ours. Now, if you have a Mark II, you're going to stick with the purple ones. Now, how does this work? Check it out. So, in this game, the most amount of liveries a car can have would be 30. In the game, it'll show 31, but it'll be 30. There's 30 liveries in this game that a car can have that can be selected and bought no problem. We'll use a Vagrant in this example. So get your Vagrant, and then go, put the mods that you want on it, and get into the auto shop. Go to any mod shop, and what you're going to be looking at is this left side and this right side. Now, we want a Revolter, right? Let's say we want to have the Skulls livery on it. What you're going to do is you're going to go to your Vagrant and you're going to equip the pink and green camo onto it. Then, when you do a merge, you'll come back and you'll realize that the Revolter now has Skulls. These liveries, most of them, some of them have been gifted to players. These liveries are in the game technically unselected, unavailable, not possible to get without doing a merge. Now, you see how you see this little thing right here in these words that make a sentence? I'll read it for you. These livery IDs are considered hard to get, as the only way to get them at the moment is through single-player to multiplayer glitches, Director Mode Online. No vehicle in the game has all 40 liveries unlocked legitimately. Therefore, that's why only I say 30, because the Vagrant, whatever car you want to use, only goes up to 30. Let's say we have a Revolter, and we want actually the Sesenta Nova multicolor. This is Sesenta Nova multicolor right here. But we have nothing that gets us it. We don't have the Vagrant doesn't have number 39 anywhere. It doesn't have a livery here. That's why you need another car from this list that already has Sesenta Nova multicolor. These cars originally came from single player to multiplayer, as they state. And from there, get them from somebody. Just ask, hey, does anyone have any of these? Get the livery that you want on your revolter. Do a merge. Your revolter will get this livery. The easier set is the set 2s. The Mark 2s, the nightclub sets, the Patriots. These are set 2s. These are easy to use. These are no problem. So all you want to do, get your Vagrant and equip the one that would go with Dala Dala. Whatever the number 30, or that one would be 29 even. As you can see, it starts off with none, no livery. Test through it and you'll understand how it all works. Liveries are just merged from one card to another, and these bottom few, you need to already have a card that already has that livery from a single player to multiplayer glitch, or just get a friend to give it to you. Now here are two cards. Revolter with the multicolor and Revolter with the galaxy. Now, if we're speaking off of liveries, what is more rare? It would be this one. Why? Because just as I explained earlier, Sesenta Nova multicolor is not possible to get through the game without using a single player to multiplayer glitch, which is non-existent publicly at this point right now. But what about Galaxy? Galaxy you can do right now. Just get a Vagrant and select Blue Tartan, and it will merge right over. Go ahead and try to do multicolor. If you don't have a card that already has a multicolor on it from this list, you ain't getting it. So technically the multicolor will be more rare. Liveries just work with merges. The hidden ones you just need to merge over. A lot of the times, people will get gifted liveries. For example, right now, going on in GTA, let's find it now, the Avenger, right? You see how the conveyor is actually a secret livery, therefore you can't normally buy it? That's the thing. Right now, if you join GTA Plus, the new GTA membership thingy-majingy, you will get Conveyor unlocked. So a lot of these already have been unlocked. For a lot of vehicles, I already have Candy Cane, It's a Wrap, Deck the Halls. For some of them, I already have Conveyor, Skulls, you name it. A lot of them will be selected. Some cars will even have Santa Capricorn selected. Just try to find whatever one of these doesn't really exist in the game, like as in can be gifted out, but at some point your livery will probably be gifted out by Rockstar to to everybody. So that's it. That's pretty much it for liveries. You just got to merge them from one card to another. If you go down here, you can see if you've logged in. Oh, my Comet Safari. Mine, see, I logged in during this time, during the December 2018, so my Comet Safari now has all of these liveries. So now they're technically not rare to me, as in technically I can just buy them, therefore, well, I don't want it. It's not rare, it's not anything like that, since I can just go and buy it. This explains everything. I just gave you guys a visual guide, and I explained some stuff to you, just by showing you my two cars here, with the one can be easily obtained through a merge, and then the other needs a card that already has said livery on it. That is it for the modded cars. Dare I miss something? Dare I say something brutally incorrect? You won't see this video anymore, and I'll re-upload it. Again, you've watched a lengthy video. You've learned a lot. You can always skip back and re-watch it if you need to. Car creators, Instagram abusers, oh my god, you guys gotta do something better. Get off my videos, man. Go. Bye-bye. Hope you guys enjoyed. Not much for me to say. I've talked a lot. I gotta go drink water. And that's pretty much that. So, you know the deal. I'm out. Pure Fred style. Peace.